Hi, I'm Dr. Ankur Phatarpekar. I am the organizer of CRIS 2024, and with me I have none other than Dr. Dhiraj Kumar. Dhiraj has been my junior from my college days. I have always been fascinated by the way he thinks, his academic, thirst, his thirst for knowledge, his thirst for excellence. And I was very happy that Dhiraj always wanted to be a teaching faculty, because I thought my alma mater had somebody next in line to teach the next generation. So I always felt, that my hospital or my college was in good hands. And that's why once I got this concept of doing a good conference wherein, content is the king, knowledge is everything. CRIS came to my mind. And when CRIS came to my mind, the second thought was, who should I involve for the academic part? Who would be my partner in the academic content? And I remembered only one person, and that's Dr. Dhiraj Kumar. So today I want to ask him about what was his experience about CRIS, as to what he thought about CRIS, and how has it panned out for him.
Thank you, Dr. Ankur. I remember about 3.5 months ago when you made a call and said that I'm planning to host a conference and I want your academic inputs. I was thrilled. The reason being, there's been a lot of conference apathy in India recently. And what is the reason behind that? The reason behind that is a lack of innovation in the discussion, a lack of innovation in terms of actually formulating the academic content. You get so many repetitions. Conference after conference, the same slides are being shown. So what we did was we sat down together, brainstormed each and every session. We looked at what is the need of the hour, what are the things that a normal general cardiologist in 2 to 10 years of his initial practice wants to know. What are the take-home points that he wants to know? And we needed to have a complete coverage, of cardiology, so that this person who attends the conference will have a bird's eye view of cardiology at the end of the conference. So a complete interventional cardiology refresher. And because that was what was asked of me, we sat together and we designed a program which would, interest people. And that is the reason why we got good attendance and good response in a city like Bombay. So that was one thing. Second thing that was very important for this conference that we had to put a lot of work in was case selection. A lot of the times cases are selected randomly. We went through each and every case, saw the merits and demerits, and of course, how to improve the cases. We sent back the feedback to the case presenter so that they could present cases with actual take-home points. Otherwise, what's the meaning of presenting a case if you have not learned something from it?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. From whatever you said was, I agree with every part of it. But the main thing I want to ask you, Dhiraj, is the CRIS consensus. The thought of CRIS consensus was there, but then the way it shaped up, it shaped up very well. So what did you do? What exactly did you do to make that entire consensus document? Because there are people who have called me, messaged me, saying that we want the entire CRIS consensus.
So what happens is, at the end of a complex session like left main intervention or OCT or IVUS, there are so many divergent thoughts that a person is exposed to. At the end of the session, he may feel completely confused and lost. Also, there are some points in a particular session that he must remember. For example, left main optimization, the new numbers are 6, 8, 12. This is a message that has to go on to the newer interventional cardiologists. So because of that, we actually thought about it, and we said that we will use our core committee, which had Dr. Ajit Menon, Dr. Suhas Hardas, Dr. Jaspal Arneja, and Dr. Anand Rao, along with these two stalwarts. We sat down together, we reviewed each and every topic, and we felt that 10 to 12 important points that the audience must have at the end of the session, so that they feel enriched and they feel they can improve their practice.
Indeed. I must say, Dr. Dhiraj, this has been a wonderful time working with you and the entire team of yours, including Dr. Bhavik Shah and Dr. Aditi. And I think next year, 2025, is going to be even bigger, because There are a lot of people who are going back home and they will tell their colleagues about our conference. They'll tell how much they learned out of it. Just before we leave, any thoughts on how 2025 would shape up in brief?
All right, so 2025, we might have to prune the number of lectures and add more fun-filled activities. So we already did have a couple of quizzes, we had a crossword, but we are going to have more fun-filled activities because learning is basically optimum when the audience is actively involved in learning. So we had pre-post quizzes for each and every session. We are going to work on that. And also, apart from the conference topics that we have had, we are going to add on to it some of the more important innovations, some newer developments that are going to come in the forthcoming year, and that is going to be a focus. All right, and we may drop some topics which have lost their relevance by September 2025. All right, so it's going to be a newer conference, a refreshed academic course, more fun-filled activities, brilliant night sessions, separate night sessions for structural as well as coronary interventions, more involvement of young cardiologists, and well, we are here to mesmerize you.
So thank you, Dr. Dhiraj. It was a wonderful experience working with you. And I'm signing off now from Chris TV. This is the last of our series of Chris TV, and it's been a wonderful experience. The entire experience is just unreal. So thank you very much, and looking forward to meet you all on Chris TV in 2025. Thank you.